Welcome back. Just before the break, we were talking about the famous Shah Jalal Mosque in Bristol, isn't it?
That's right.
And that was established in 1998, costing £1.2 million. And our guest, Mr. Ahmed Choudhury, Justice of Peace, was the driving force behind it. So how did it all happen, sir?
Well, it's a long story, but to cut it short, if you have good intention and it is house of Allah, you do not get stuck, but you suffer.
Allah helps.
Allah helps. You may suffer for a long time, but end result will be good. This is what happened in our case. So we bought the piece of land and we wanted to build something, purpose built. It would cost a lot of money. And originally I pledged an amount, and then God knows how, Allah helped me to provide more funding. I don't want to mention how much. And halfway through we got stuck. I had court orders as well. And eventually, unfortunately, we had to get a bank loan. But it's all redeemed now. So the mosque is freehold and free. The Bangladesh shelter is freehold and free. The Bangladesh house is freehold and free.
Great.
Now, only about 2 weeks ago, we laid foundation to start a Khadija center for our ladies, because
What will be the purpose of this?
for our
Education?
ladies prayer hall, ladies prayer hall, because I don't think after Moriam Center in London there is anything outside London for our
Especially
women
for-
folks.
Yeah.
And if we do not do something for them, then how are the children going to follow? Because the women, if they come, their children come.
Right.
That's how we,
Yep, yes.
sort of encourage more to the religion of Islam
Yes.
and culture
And also the children learn more from their mothers other than
than
the-
the father. So inshallah, within end of this year, it will be completed.
Inshallah.
Yeah, so
Inshallah.
work has begun, and we need everybody to pray for us so that we can complete it. And it is called Khadija Center.
On the path of upliftment of the community, you were also instrumental in founding the British Bangladeshi Chamber of Commerce. That was in 1991.
91, that's
Yes.
right.
How is it doing, and how do you feel that something better can be done, or this can be improved?
Well, in 1991, pre-1991, Rohim Bhai, M.A. Rohim, he died. Dr. Kabir Choudhury and few of us, we decided to do something, for the business community. So, the Bangladesh British Chamber of Commerce, Bangladesh British Chamber
Yeah.
of Commerce was established. And those days it was really, emerged as a cream of all organizations. Later, the name changed to British Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Unfortunately, there has been a lot of hurdles during that period. And
You mean
there
the
were
hurdles from
within the
community?
directors, not the community as such,
Yeah.
the directors and its vision and so on, rivalry. Unfortunately, it broke into two, and there is an election coming very soon. So it is our hope that a good leadership will come out and people will be united, and we will regain our reputation back soon.
Well, you have a lot of other babies like Catering Circle and other organizations like Fenchuganj Educational Trust. Tell us something about those organizations.
Well, I would first say about the Catering Circle. Catering Circle, because of my link within the catering industry,
Right.
the roots. So I feel passionate about it. And we have many organizations within this country, catering organizations, and Somehow we are not addressing all the issues we needed to address. For some reason, we cannot sit on one platform. And thus, the work and making it understood by the government and its authorities, it is tough. Some people would only do the work for publicity only. So there are many, many negative sides. Catering Circle, Channel has decided to organize a platform called Catering Circle, whereby everybody will be entertained. And we have been running it since last about 4 years, and stage by stage, things have happened. So initially we went round the nation in 12 areas to find out what are the problems. Is it just the staff problem? Is it just the immigration problem? But we found out there were at least 12 areas where we need to address issues, from healthy food to health and hygiene, to technology, to atmosphere, to modern equipment, and so on and so forth.
Also to cut down the costs.
That's right. So, on the other hand, restaurants are closing down, reason being, when we open a restaurant, we never think about how much to charge. We just go for next door or the next door how much they're charging, and we charge 10 pence less without working out the profit margin. A restaurateur has to work out that at least 75% GP, gross profit, has to come out of it. Then you get the net and everything. So we have been trying to tell people that the way things you are doing is wrong. Okay. Last episode we did, by then we encouraged the young generation to come, and the fruit is we have bankers, high-ranking officers have moved back to this industry, and with their new vision, they are making it successful. So then we ran a competition about creating dishes. So the old chicken tikka masala and the chicken korma and so on, people are fed up with that. So 3 new dishes they have created, and they were crowned only about a month ago. And the new session is going to start from April.
A lot of people from the industry, catering industry, they insist that on a particular name, British curry. What is British curry?
That's very exciting, and I'm pleased that you asked me what is British curry. Well, the curry, when we started it in this country, we could not sell the same curry we cooked at home, back home, or home here, because we were serving the British palate. Okay, so chicken tikka, chicken korma, for instance, we never put sugar, coconut powder, this and that. So it was a compromised dish, and it became very popular. So thus British korma. Then chicken tikka masala. Someone in Manchester, customer said that I don't want chicken tikka, it's too dry, I want with sauce. So he experimented and he made something. He brought it in front of the customer and he loved it. And then the spicing was modified and it became very popular. It became the national dish. So most of the dishes you see are British curries. In last 10 years, because the British palate and the customer are so highly educated to have curries, now we are introducing the curry we cook at home, and they're loving it.
This British curry has come a long way from the restaurants of Bangladesh and Delhi and other places. See, what as an owner of so many restaurants, as an employer of so many persons, somebody who has been involved in so many things, you have also been closely associated with Mr. Tony Blair about education and advising him on something?
Well, that's another very interesting story. When Tony Blair became the Prime Minister, he had a vision to create employment mainly. And to create the employment, he introduced New Deal program. So there were New Deal for young people, New Deal for musicians, New Deal for ethnic minority, and I was made an advisor to the ethnic minority New Deal program. And Lord Karen Balimaria was also in this group. And then after about few years, the NVQ and SVQ qualification within the education ministry, that needed to be modified. So I helped there as well.
Great. As somebody again who has seen most of these things going along for the last several decades, what do you see the future of Bangladeshis in general and the curry industry in particular?
Well, the future of British Bangladeshi is the bright, I would say brightest. You know, we are going to take over other
communities.
We have, as you know, already taken communities. So far as the country is concerned,
the curry industry.
Yeah, country is prospering.
Yeah.
Curry industry here
Yeah.
is, I would say, it did not get the attention it needed from owners like me,
Yeah.
our age group. We wanted to live with past.
Yeah.
So we were afraid to introduce new dishes and new
Concepts.
technology and so on. As I said, the younger generation are moving in and they're very successful. Our duty is to encourage our generation to adapt and also encourage the younger generation to come back to this industry. Because like the younger generation, although they're very successful, they are earning certain amount, 50, 60,000 pounds, and they are supposed to be working 30, 35 hours, but actually they work 80, 90 hours. In the catering industry, his dad's restaurant, he will be the owner, and if it is successful, you know, he doesn't have to be there all the time. He doesn't have to go during the weekend like we did. Okay? Those days, restaurants had to be opened until midnight at least, and opened lunchtime as well. Now, you don't need to open lunchtime.
Most local authorities do not allow restaurants to be open beyond 11 o'clock, isn't
Yeah,
it?
nowadays, you know, you can open, just close lunchtime, open at 5:30 and close at 9:30 or 10. So the hours are limited now, and the work is less because you've got all the technology now. You don't have to peel the onion and chop the potato, you know, continuously. And
You can buy
clean the
chopped
dishes,
onions.
clean the dishes and sweat, and you know, things have changed, and we have to understand that we need to adapt.
You talked about the concept. You see, how do you change the concept? I mean, like from sit-down dinners to takeaways.
How do you change the concept?
We don't have much time, but very
Okay.
briefly.
Okay. Concept is restaurant dining is restaurant dining. It will remain forever popular.
Yeah.
Eating at home is something different for very busy people. But those very busy people will have to be very careful where they order from. There are delivery companies.
Yeah.
They will deliver and everything, but they're charging our restaurateurs so many percent, including the VAT and tax. It works out about 30%. And he's working on a very low margin, and few years later he's closing down.
Yeah.
So they have to understand that they can form an app, and also there are other avenues to deliver food at home rather than one big company who is going to suck all their takings, not profit, takings.
Thank you very much, sir, for coming
Thank you very
along
much.
and giving us the time.
Thank
It
you.
was very informative and an honor to have hosted you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much for being with us. We hope that you've enjoyed the show as much as we have. Same time, same channel next week with another very distinguished guest. Thank you.